This year, our Patriotic summer celebrations have been a little unique as we have celebrated the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence in America. It has given me pause to consider what that really means to me as an American homemaker. I tried to make it a little more special this year with adding some extra patriotic decor around the home, which I'll share with you, and gathering my family for a special cookout. I do believe my extra efforts were noticed and appreciated because it led our family into multiple opportunities to discuss the blessings that we have because of so much sacrifice. First and foremost in my mind this year was that being an American homemaker means that I have freedom. Not every homemaker around the world can claim that, and the privilege is one to be grateful for and one to take advantage of. Now, we are all to some degree bound by money and time constraints, but freedom is so much more than the power to buy what you want or to do what you want. Freedom in my country means that I have the freedom to dream in my home. In a land where life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness exist, then my hopes and dreams can live in the realm of possibility. Do we realize what a blessing that is? As the keeper of my home, I can dream about educational opportunities for my children. I can dream about improving our situation every day. And I have freedom and choice within the four walls of my own home. And I really hope I'm using that for good. However, being an American homemaker does come with some challenges, if we're being honest with ourselves. With so much possibility, there also comes so much distraction. Whether we are trying to work towards our dreams and goals or simply trying to keep focus on what matters the most to us, it seems the world's pursuit of happiness is relentless at fighting for our attention. I also find it a wonder that 250 years of inventions built by dreamers and designed to make our tasks at home more convenient have ironically led us into a world where homemakers are busier than ever. How is this so? Every American homemaker I know seems to never have enough time to do all that she needs to do. Is this the cost of freedom? Did the generations before us give their lives so that we could spend our lives running in a rat race? May each of us remember that the fight for freedom was intended to restore peace at home. And living this out is no longer in the hands of soldiers, but in the hands of the keepers of home. Today's American homemaker has a legacy to lean on and a legacy to build on. When we look to the past, American homemakers were resourceful, brave, and full of faith. Homemakers have held on to our nation by making do with less, sacrificing wants, working so hard, and with quiet prayers. I hope we can continue that legacy by being creators and not consumers. I hope we each work diligently to serve our families, our neighbors, and communities. It is now up to us to boldly defend our homes from forces that desire to take our agency and freedom away. That can look a lot of ways. For me, that simply looks like teaching my children, making nourishing meals from real food instead of reaching for convenience, which always comes with a cost. and making my home feel like a sanctuary from the storm. Let all homemakers remember that the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. I'm partnering with Mary Roos in this video to share with you one of their exciting new products. It is this Advanced Liquid Skin Restore and Renew. This daily supplement will give your skin daily support from the inside out with Cepatone, a fermented wild bilberry extract, which helps promote youthful skin appearance by improving your skin texture and skin elasticity in women. Now, as I age, this is the kind of support that I really appreciate, and it fits so seamlessly into my daily routines. I find it easiest for me to remember to take it first thing in the morning with a big glass of water. It's like drinking my skincare, and it fits into my daily skin routines. This is the first time this product has been discounted, so I'm really excited to try it out for myself and to see the results. Go ahead and grab it for yourself. I will leave links down in the description below, as well as a code that will save you 30% off if you buy your Mary Roos products on their website, or you can shop on their Amazon storefront page and get 20% off with my discount code. There are loads of other Mary Roos Organics products that you can check out on their site. It's really fun to look at. I have a whole ton of favorites, but I'm really excited to try this new Advanced Skin Restore and Renew. Hope you'll give it a try as well. Huge thanks to Mary Roos Organics for sponsoring this video. I am busying myself today by making some hamburger buns with freshly milled flour. This recipe is from my cookbook that I just recently released. I'm making a big batch because summer evenings often find ourselves in a situation where we want to do impromptu cookouts. And store-bought hamburger or hot dog buns often leave me, especially, feeling really icky. So I like to make these hamburger or hot dog buns. It's the same recipe. I like to make a big batch of them, and they freeze really well so that you can just pull them out, maybe warm them in the oven or a toaster really quick after they've thawed a little bit, and they're really nutritious and delicious. I'm actually using hard white wheat for this batch today, but hard red wheat or spelt work really great as well. My hamburger bun recipe is kind of unique because I actually like to use instant yeast for this one. There's some tips and tricks that seem to give this recipe a nice chewy outer crust layer, and then they're just super soft and fluffy on the inside. So I add all the ingredients together right away before we even let them rise. That includes the sunflower lecithin, the yeast, the water, the eggs, all the good stuff. And then you actually let it rise for like 20 minutes in your mixer or in a bowl, and then punch it down. And you repeat this process a few times before you shape them. If you don't have a mixer and you're just doing it by hand, it's the same thing. You let it rise for 20 minutes, punch it down, rise for 20 minutes, punch it down. Do that one more time, and then you're ready to shape them. It's kind of a sticky, tacky dough, and you don't want to add too much flour and get it too dry, or your end result will be too dry. So it's a little sticky. I like to oil my hands with some olive oil. And then I'm being a bit of a perfectionist today. Well, okay, I always am when I make these hamburger buns. I like to make sure they're about the exact same size. So I weigh them about 4 ounces each for the single dough ball for one bun. And I do that whether I'm doing hot dog or hamburger buns. Today I'm just doing hamburger buns because I know for these patriotic celebrations, we're going to be grilling a lot of hamburgers. So I shape them by just kind of pushing them out flat and then shaping them into a little ball rolling it around the table. This helps seal the back end and shape it into a nice round form. I do that with each little dough ball and then let them rise just a little bit until they're about not quite doubled in size, because they will rise quite a bit even when you're baking them. And again, because they can be really sticky or tacky, I just keep a little flour on the surface of the table, flour my hands and the table if I need. And because I like to multitask when I have a day in the kitchen, I decided while these buns were rising, I would harvest some lemon balm. I love lemon balm. I've shown you guys before what I like to do with it, but my little herb garden here has gotten out of hand. So I'm actually going to clip all of it and try to get some new growth happening at the bottom. But I clipped a huge batch of it, and I'm going to make some honey sweetened lemon balm tea in like bulk. And I know we won't drink this all at once, so I'm going to let it steep, add the honey, and then put it in some jars where I can stick it in the freezer, and then we can just pull it out of the freezer when we're ready to drink it. Or we need a nice, cool, refreshing drink on a summer day. We're working out in the lavender field a lot lately, and we still have a lot of work to do. So it's going to be so nice to just be able to pull out jars of this frozen lemon balm tea, let it thaw, and then drink it up when we need a little bit of a refresher. You can see here the buns have risen quite a bit, so I'm going to paste on an egg white wash. So I basically just separated an egg white from an egg and added a little bit of water and stirred it up. And then I like to paste that on the top. That also helps with that kind of a chewy hamburger bun texture on the top. And then I like to sprinkle it with sesame seeds on top. Stick in the oven for about 20 minutes. You need to watch them really careful. You don't want them to overcook, and you definitely don't want them doughy on the inside. So while those are baking, I'm going to continue the work of separating the lemon balm leaves into jars. To steep this much lemon balm, I actually filled a pot, got the water really hot, and I'm just gonna eyeball it. There's really no exact method. You can make it super strong. I'm just kind of guessing here how much this whole pot of water is going to need for the lemon balm leaves to make it really flavorful. I also got my teapot going and got some boiling water and filled more lemon balm in some glass containers and poured over this hot water. So I just let this steep probably for a half an hour. Then I strain it out. Let it cool down a little bit, because you don't want the really, really hot water to kill all the good stuff in the honey. So I add the honey when it's just like lukewarm, and then I bottle it up and freeze it. You can see in these hamburger buns, they have the perfect texture. I'm actually going to freeze some for later use, and then this night we enjoyed some burgers together, eating outside, and just enjoying a nice summer evening. Thanks for joining me today. Grab my recipe for homemade hamburger and hot dog buns in my new cookbook on yeast breads made from freshly milled flour. I will link that below. I'll also link the recipes to the buns and my lemon balm tea from my blog if you'd rather just go check that out. Please consider subscribing, and thanks for joining me. I'll be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.